Yep, it's recording.
Ah!
It's recording you trying to
Pour coffee.
pour coffee into your...
I spilled it all over the table.
How do I get my drums to sound good in my PA?
This is a question that we get a lot. Because people are always asking us, like, man, what EQ are you using? Or what microphone are you using? Or what compressor are you using? But, Stuart, does any of that stuff matter?
Not at first, it doesn't.
Not at first, yeah. So what's your take on this?
Well, my take is to forget about EQ, forget about compression, forget about gate, forget about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Forget about what brand of microphone, what brand of drums, all that stuff. Take your drum set. Let's say we're in a situation where we're in a church.
Yep.
There's already a drum set there that's already mic'd up. Step one is to take these two guys right here, walk up to the drum set, have your regular drummer there, preferably, have him kick. Just kick it.
Yeah.
Just kick it. See what it sounds like. You're never going to be able to put it in your PA system until you get that source correct.
Right. I mean, this comes from like the old days when we were sitting on production rigs all the time, and you knew like people would start pulling their drum set out of their van, and as an audio guy, I'd go, oh no, because there's like duct tape all over the heads, and you can see like big dents in the heads and things like that. And sure enough, they'd get the whole kit set up, and you'd say, all right, go hit kick, and it sounds like they're hitting a floppy, wet cardboard box. Mm-hmm. And as an audio technician, there's nothing you can do with that until you go fix it. Now, my one caveat to that will be, I have done some shows with drummers who purposely put duct tape on their heads for a specific sound.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Like,
if it's intentional, that's cool.
But
But usually, like in a church situation, when we were being asked,
right,
it's not intentional. Like there's a reason. So we've practiced this recently. Like we took a church where we had the drummer kick the drum, the kick drum, and it sounded amazing. I was like, well, okay, so let's undo everything. Let's reset the entire channel.
Yep.
The system was already tuned. We had already tuned the system a while back. And as soon as we reset the channel, made sure the gain was where it needed to be, I just rode the fader up with nothing. No EQ.
Yeah, you took it all out.
Everything out. And it was 90% of the way there.
It sounded so good because I happened to be the one getting to kick the drum.
You were.
And the second you put the fader up in the house, you just felt it.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you want. And it was interesting because I had another talk with the worship leader at that church after this moment. And he was talking about how he wanted to get like this specific snare sound. And I just leveled with him and said, most of that snare sound you're probably looking for has nothing to do with what you have processing in the console. Like, most of that snare sound would actually come from the snare. So, like, why don't you guys mess around with maybe finding a different snare drum, or like throw a big fat snare on it or something? Like, there's so many different techniques. I mean, you see guys throw their wallets on their snare drums, or you could try tape or moon gel or whatever. But, like, shape the sound at the source. Get it sounding really good. Get it sounding the way that you want it to sound. Then when you put a mic on it, I mean, you're already 90% of the way there.
So to sum it up, get the source correct.